Welcome and good evening. This video is going to be about rebuilding the temple, and it references Ezra chapter 5, Haggai chapter 2, and Zechariah chapter 8. So, rebuilding the temple. God did not want his people to give up so easily. So, he sent two prophets to speak to them. Zechariah reminded the people that God was with them and would protect them against their enemies, while Haggai told them it was wrong to be making their own homes comfortable when God's temple was not yet finished. Haggai also said that God had promised that the new temple would be so full of his presence that it would be even more glorious than King Solomon's temple. The Jews began work once more. When the Samaritans questioned them, they replied that they were doing as King Cyrus had commanded. The Samaritans sent yet another letter to Persia telling the king what the Jews had said. But a new king was on the throne, and he checked through the royal records and found the original order. Then he told the Samaritans to stop interfering and to give the Jews whatever they asked for. Now the Jews were able to work properly on the temple, and when at last it was finished, everyone gave thanks to God. So in Ezra chapter 5, the title reads, The Rebuilding Work Continuing Through the Encouragement and Help of the Prophecies of Haggai and Zechariah. So now the prophets, Haggai the prophet and Zechariah the son of Iddo, prophesied to the Jews who were in Judah and Jerusalem in the name of the God of Israel who was over them. Then Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua, the son of Jozadak, rose up and began to build the house of God, which is in Jerusalem, and the prophets of God were with them, helping them. At the same time, Tatnai, the governor beyond the river, and Shethar-bozenai and their companions came to them and spoke to them in this way: Who gave you a decree to build this house and to finish this wall? Then he told them accordingly what the names of the men were who were constructing this building. But the eye of their God was upon the elders of the Jews, and they did not stop them until a report went to Darius, and then an answer was returned by letter concerning it. This is the copy of the letter that Tatnai, the governor beyond the river, and Shethar-bozenai and his companions, the officials, who were beyond the river, sent to Darius the king. They sent a report to him in which was written as follows: To Darius the king, all peace. Let it be known to the king that we went to the province of Judah, to the house of the great God, which is being built with large stones, and timber is being laid in the walls. And this work is being conducted with diligence and prospers in their hands. Then we asked those elders, speaking to them in this way, Who gave you a decree to build the house and to finish this wall? We also asked them their names in order to inform you, so that we might write down the names of the men who were at their head. And they returned us an answer in this way, saying, We are the servants of the God of heaven and earth, and we are rebuilding the house that was built many years ago, which a great king of Israel built and finished. But because our fathers had provoked the God of heaven to anger, he gave them into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, the Chaldean, who destroyed this house and carried the people away to Babylon. But in the first year of Cyrus, the king of Babylon, King Cyrus made a decree to build this house of God. And also the gold and silver vessels of the house of God, which Nebuchadnezzar took out of the temple that was in Jerusalem and brought into the temple of Babylon. These King Cyrus took out of the temple of Babylon, and they were given to one whose name, Sheshbazzar, whom he had made governor. And he said to him, Take these vessels, go and put them in the temple in Jerusalem, and let the house of God be rebuilt in its place. Then the same Sheshbazzar came and laid the foundation of the house of God, which is in Jerusalem. And since that time, even until now, it has been under construction and has not yet been finished. Now, therefore, if it seems good to the king, let a search be made in the king's treasure house, which is there in Babylon, to see whether it is the case that a decree was made by King Cyrus for the building of this house of God in Jerusalem, and let the king send his pleasure to us concerning this. So that's Ezra chapter 5. Now we're going to move over to Haggai chapter 2. Haggai chapter 2. The prophecy concerning the house of Jehovah in the millennium and the promise concerning the Messiah in the coming kingdom. In the 7th month, on the 21st day of the month, the word of Jehovah came through Haggai the prophet, saying, Speak now to Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, the governor of Judah, and to Joshua, the king of Jehozadak, the high priest, and to the remnant of the people, saying, Who is left among you who saw this house in its former glory? And how do you see it now? Is it not as nothing in your eyes? Yet now be strong, O Zerubbabel, declares Jehovah, and be strong, O Jehovah, son of Jehozadak, the high priest, and be strong, all you people of the land, declares Jehovah, and work, for I am with you, declares Jehovah of hosts. Both the word which I covenanted with you when you came forth from Egypt, and my spirit endure among you. Do not fear, for thus says Jehovah of hosts. Yet once more, it is but a little while. I will shake the heavens and the earth, and the sea and the dry land. And I will shake all the nations, and the desire of all the nations will come. And I will fill this house with glory, says Jehovah of hosts. The silver is mine, the gold is mine, declares Jehovah of hosts. The latter glory of this house will be greater than the former, says Jehovah of hosts. And in this place I will give peace, declares Jehovah of hosts. In the 24th day of the 9th month, in the 2nd year of Darius, the word of Jehovah came to Haggai the prophet, saying, Thus says Jehovah of hosts, ask now the priests for instructions, saying, If one carries holy flesh in the skirt of his garment, and with his skirt he touches bread or boiled food or wine or oil or any other food, will it become holy? And the priests answered and said, No. Then Haggai said, If one who is unclean because of a corpse touches any of these, will it be unclean? And the priest answered and said, It would be unclean. Then Haggai answered and said, So is this people, and so is this nation before me, declares Jehovah, and so is all the work of their hands, that what they offer there is unclean. And now consider from this day and previously, before a stone was set upon a stone in the temple of Jehovah. Before these days, someone would come to a grain heap for 20 truffles, and there would be only 20. I struck you with blight and with mildew and with hail on all the work of your hands. But on your part, none returned to me, declares Jehovah. Consider for this day and previously, from the 24th day of the 9th month, from the day when the foundation of the temple of Jehovah was laid, consider, is there yet seed in the barn? Indeed, even the vine and the fig tree and the pomegranate and the olive tree have not borne fruit. From this day I will bless you. And the word of Jehovah came a second time to Haggai on the 24th day of the month, saying, Speak to Zerubbabel, the governor of Judah, saying, I will shake the heavens and the earth, and I will overthrow the throne of the kingdoms and will destroy the strength of their kingdoms of the nations. And I will overthrow the chariots of their riders, and the horses of their riders will go down, each by the sword of their brother. In that day, declares Jehovah of hosts, I will take you, O Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, my servant, declares Jehovah, and make you as a signet, for I have chosen you, declares Jehovah of hosts. And then Zechariah chapter 8. Okay, here we go. And the word of Jehovah of hosts came, saying, Thus says Jehovah of hosts, I am jealous for Zion. With great jealousy indeed, I am jealous for her, and with great wrath. Thus says Jehovah, I return to Zion, and I will dwell within Jerusalem. And Jerusalem will be called the city of truth, and the mountain of Jehovah of hosts, the holy mountain. Thus says Jehovah of hosts, yet again, old men and old women will dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and with his staff in his hand, due to the multitude of his days. And the streets of the city will be full of boys and girls playing in the streets. Thus says Jehovah of hosts, if it seems too wonderful in the sight of the remnant of this people in those days, will it also be too wonderful in my sight, declares Jehovah of hosts. Thus says Jehovah of hosts, I am about to save my people from the land of the east and from the land of the going down of the sun. And I will bring them, and they will dwell within Jerusalem. And they will be my people, and I will be their God in truth and in righteousness. Thus says Jehovah of hosts, let your hands be strong, you who in these days hear these words from the mouth of the prophets, who were there in the day when the foundation of the house of Jehovah of hosts, that is the temple, was laid so that it might be built. For before those days, a man's wages amounted to nothing, and an animal's wages were nothing. And for him who went out or came in, there was no peace, because of the adversary. For I set all men each against his neighbor. But now I will not be to the remnant of this people as I was in the former days, declares Jehovah of hosts. For there will be peace for the seed. The vine will go forth its fruit, and the land will give forth its produce, and the heavens will give their due. And I will cause the remnant of this people to inherit all these things. Just as you were a curse among the nations, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so I will save you, and you will be a blessing. Do not fear, let your hands be strong. For thus says Jehovah of hosts, just as I intended to do harm to you when your fathers provoked me to anger, says Jehovah of hosts, and I did not repent. So again, I intend in these days to do good to Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Do not fear. These are the things which you shall do. Each man speak truth to his neighbor. Judge with truth and the judgment of peace in your gates. And let none of you think evil in your hearts about his neighbor, and do not love a false oath. For all these are the things I hate, declares Jehovah. Then the word of Jehovah of hosts came to me, saying, Thus says Jehovah of hosts, the fast of the 4th month, and the fast of the 5th month, and the fast of the 7th month, and the fast of the 10th month will become joy and rejoicing and cheerful feasts to the house of Judah. Therefore, love, truth, and peace. Thus says Jehovah of hosts, people will again come, even the inhabitants of many cities, and the inhabitants of one will go to another, saying, Let us go at once to entreat the favor of Jehovah and seek Jehovah of hosts, and the other I will go to. Indeed, many peoples and strong nations will come to seek Jehovah of hosts in Jerusalem and to entreat the favor of Jehovah. Thus says Jehovah of hosts, in those days, from all the languages of the nations, 10 men will take hold. Indeed, they will take hold of the skirt of a Jewish man, saying, let us go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. God is so good. He loves you. And I hope that you had and found some value in this story. God bless you.